Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We got the MLB and NBA betting guide for today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Start with the MLB. We got the Pirates and Tigers. 99% of the money on the Tigers minus 1.5. 64% of the money on the under 7.5. And then 89% of the money on the Tigers money line. Twins and Dodgers, 53% of the money on the Twins plus 1.5. 60% of the money on the under 8.5. And then 78% of the money on the Twins money line. Reds and Rockies, 88% of the bets are on the Reds minus 1.5. 59% of the money on the over 10.5. And then 97% of the money on the Reds money line. D-backs and Athletics, 97% of the money on Arizona minus 1.5. 59% of the money on that under 9. And then 68% of the money on Arizona money line. Phillies and Giants, 85% of the bets are on the Phillies minus 1.5. 55% of the money on the over 9.5, and then 85% of the money on the Phillies money line. Royals and Padres, 98% of the money on the Padres minus 1.5, 96% of the money on the under 8.5, and then 57% of the money on the Padres money line. Angels and Orioles, 99% of the money on the Orioles minus 1.5. 71% of the money on the under 9, and then 77% of the money on the Orioles money line. Nationals and Marlins, 60% of the bets are on the Nationals plus 1.5, 53% of the money on the over 7.5, and then 61% of the money on the Marlins money line. Yankees and Blue Jays, 79% of the money on the Yankees minus 1.5, 55% of the money on the under 8, and then 77% of the money on the Yankees money line. The Rays and Mets, 55% of the money on the Rays minus 1.5, 60% of the money on the over 9, and then 80% of the money on the Mets money line. Mariners and Red Sox, 77% of the money on the Red Sox plus 1.5, 79% of the money they were minus 1.5, 79% of the money on the under 9.5, and then 97% of the money on the Red Sox money line. Brewers and Cardinals, 79% of the money on the Brewers minus 1.5, 74% of the money on that over 8, and then 88% of the money on the Cardinals money line. Braves and Rangers, 68% of the bets are on the Braves minus 1.5. 83% of the money on the under 7.5, and then 58% of the money on the Braves money line. Guardians and White Sox, 69% of the money on the White Sox minus 1.5, 91% of the money on the under 8.5, and then 76% of the money on the White Sox money line. Cubs and Astros, 77% of the money on the Cubs plus 1.5, 92% of the money on the over 9, and then 53% of the money on the Cubs money line. And then we'll go to NBA where there's just one game. Heat and Celtics, 89% of the money on the Heat plus 8, 71% of the money on the over 211, and then 64% of the money on the Heat money line. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.